print on demand workshop that for eCom Sellers Academy. We are going to be talking about how to get started, or what print on demand is and how to get started. And so this is a 3-part series. This will be part 1. And let's just get going. So my name is Nicole Whitlock, and I am the co-founder and the creator of eCom Sellers. My amazing partner in crime, Miss Renata, is my business partner. So she co-founded it with me, but I created the idea, and my goal was to be able to serve people and to use it as a vehicle to help, a larger population of people get started in e-commerce. I've been selling online since 2014, selling offline since 2008. I have 2 special needs kiddos who are now teenagers. And I'm also the vice president of a nonprofit, which is not here. So this workshop is being taught from a new seller perspective. So if you're a new seller, you want to grab a notebook and pen, or you can write some of this stuff in your eCom planner. If you haven't, you can turn to the notes section and write this in. Some of the ideas taught or shared could be used on other platforms and other selling methods. So keep that in mind as we begin to talk about print on demand. So I just want you to know that I actually do like print on demand, and I actually do print on demand. So by the end of the workshop, you will know what print on demand is. You'll have an idea how to get started high level, and who are some of the providers, what kind of products you can create, and tools you can use to create art. So we're going to talk about some of the tools. Some of them will require subscriptions. Some of them won't require much of anything at all. So let me just move. I got to move this little thing around because it's in my way. Hopefully it will there we go. All right. So before we get into the workshop, just a couple of housekeeping things. One, we always want you to take ownership. Remember that you're the owner of your business. You make all the decisions, you win all the victories, and you also experience some of the setbacks, all the setbacks. So as a business owner, we just want you to take 100% ownership of your business and do what you can to make it successful. Do what you can to learn how to be more successful in your business, and own it. Just own it. Step into your greatness. Second, I do encourage you to build a budget. You will have to spend a little bit of money with print on demand, but not as much as you would with any other platform. And so you want to keep that in mind, that you do need to have a little bit of capital. Third, I do encourage you to create a schedule. We'll talk about why that's so important probably in session 2, because of the fact that it's going to help you to be consistent in your print on demand business. 3, I do encourage you to, whatever you decide to do today, when you start it, I encourage you to do it or execute it for at least 3 to 6 months. Give it 3 months of absolute consistency. And I do mean real consistency, versus just saying, I tried this and it didn't work out for me. Be consistent about it so that you can see what type of progress that you can make and what can really be done if you throw everything you have at this. So with print on demand, you don't need lots and lots of hours to be able to do your print on demand business. Even if you can only commit to 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, that works as well. So you have the opportunity to do that. Yeah, I am in the eCom Sellers Academy Facebook group. So I don't know. Let me see if I can tag. Someone says they can't see me. I see me. I'm there. Yep, I see me. Day, 5 days a week. That works. There we go. Well. See what happens when you talk. So you have the opportunity to do that. Hold on, I'm trying to tag somebody. Just give me just a second. I'm sorry. I am in the eCom Sellers Academy Facebook. Oh, she says she's here now. All right. So let's get started, guys. All right. Here we go. So what is print on demand? Print on demand is producing indirectly and producing a product only when someone buys it, only when they buy it. So it's not a product that exists out in the universe in its full form until somebody buys it. Once somebody buys it, then it exists out in the universe in its full form. Different aspects of print on demand could be considered drop shipping because, again, once it is produced out in the universe, if it is something that's handmade, then again, you're only making it when the customer buys it from you and you deliver it to them. If you're using a provider to get it to your customer, then they are going to ship it to your customer for you. So they're going to create it, print it, produce it, and ship it to the customer for you, and whatever that product happens to be. And we'll talk about the different types of print on demand. Okay. So they say they can't hear me. Why can't you hear me? I can hear me. My mic is going. Okay. Well, wait a minute. My mic is not going up and down. Just a second. We might have a technical difficulty here. Nobody can hear me. Oh, gotta love technical issues. Sound. Just a sec. Nobody can hear me. Yeah, my input is working. Hello, 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 hello. There we go. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, microphone has changed and is now being used. Check your microphone. Okay. It looks like it's working. All right, so we'll edit all that out. It says it's working. It says it's working. Hello, 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 hello. Select microphone. Okay. Can you hear me now? I'm hoping you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? We're going to edit all of this out. If nobody can hear me, that's horrible. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear me. That is frustrating if you can't hear me. That's outputs and input is my mic. All right, let's try this. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, it replayed. So it's playing. So I don't know how you don't hear me. Okay. Can you? Sorry, guys. Someone keeps telling me they can't hear me. So I'm just checking. Let me look in the Facebook group below the thread. And let's see if you can hear me. Yeah, I can hear myself. So I don't know how you don't hear me. Okay, I can hear myself. So I'm fine. So we're going to keep going. Hopefully the other person will get their sound going because I can hear myself. It's playing back just fine. So I can hear myself. And all right. Sorry guys for the interruptions. I'm going to keep going. All right. So sorry about that. We will edit all this out because I can't put it up like this. So let me just do this. Let me close that and let's keep going. Okay. So hopefully, let me just restart for what is print on demand. So what is print on demand? Print on demand is producing a product when it is purchased. The product doesn't really exist in the universe until it has been purchased. So once somebody buys it, then it gets created. And then once it gets created, then people can, they'll ship it off to your customer. So some print on demand products, you might be the one that's making it. So maybe you're doing, t-shirts. I've seen a lot of people, they make t-shirts. Some people will like embroider stuff because they're just that talented. Others will make prints of different types for different things. So they have all that equipment. So they're making it themselves. Others will use suppliers or vendors who will give them options of what types of products that they can superimpose their design or print or whatever it happens to be onto. And then once someone buys it on a website, then that company, that vendor will ship it to your customer. So these are all parts of the print on demand journey. And there's so many different facets to it. So the key is that the product does not exist until it's purchased. And that's the great thing about it, because it means you don't have to keep any inventory. Okay. Which is the best part of it. Plus, that means you can test a bunch of different designs and different products. So why should you be doing print on demand? You should be doing print on demand because of the fact that, one, it is easy to set up. Now, I probably should swap out easy and simple, but it is fairly easy to set up. It really is, to get going on print on demand. I'm not going to say that that's all there is to it, but to get started, it just requires you to build a schedule that's consistent, to do some research for the niche, and then to begin the process of designing whatever it is that you want to design. So we'll talk about that in just a second. But it is fairly easy to set up. There's different platforms in which you can do print on demand. So there's many different options available to you when it comes to print on demand and the different platforms in which you can do it. There is a low startup cost. You don't have to spend a boatload of money to get started. There is some money for the different types of software, like if you're going to use some software to create designs, if you're going to use software to like, I know there's a lot of AI software out there now that people are using to make some of their designs. There's software for you to cross-list your products. There's software for you to design them. There's software for you to do keyword research, but the cost of that software is not that terribly expensive. Like you could sign up for 3 different, based on, my subscriptions, 3 different softwares for different things that you need. And it could be less than your monthly subscription for Amazon, which is crazy. Plus some of the platforms in which you list some of these products, the subscription cost for that could be low as well. The referral fees or the cost of that. Now, Amazon is not inexpensive, so that platform fee will be more expensive. But if you list your products like on Etsy or list them on Facebook Marketplace, your costs for your listings are extremely low. So again, the cost is really low. Number 3, no inventory to manage. Now, that's only if you're not making the products yourself, you're not storing the products yourself, then you don't have to manage a lot of inventory. You're relying on the vendor. Now, if you're a person that's creating the products yourself, meaning physically in your house, you have apparatuses or machines or whatever to make the product yourself, then that's a different story. But for a lot of print on demand products, you can just use a vendor for that work. So it becomes something that is easy to do. The ability to customize. Oh, this is so huge because you could create a product and create variations of that same product. And so take the same design and use it so many different ways, saving yourself time and money. Lots of time, lots of money. Okay. The other is, you can scale and test different designs. So, I know last night the Cowboys won. A whole bunch of my friends are just like elated. They're losing their minds. Then the thing about that is like, I know like Cowboys, that's licensed. They have product licensing for the Cowboys name and their colors on a specific football or something like that. But if you wanted to create something in the likeness, but not exactly get into trademark territory, then you can test different things. You can test a white football with blue letters and a gray football with white letters and a blue football with, gray letters, whatever it happens to be, or black letters. Like you could try different variations. And yes, a football is a print on demand product. You can buy or list footballs, and they can be customized for different people. So again, I love the fact that with print on demand, you have all that flexibility and you have all of that opportunity. Email from, hold on. eCom Summers Academy. Link join the Facebook group. Lots of interruptions today. Okay. So that's the one great thing about it. You can create a lot of different iterations or different versions of the same product. You can create the product with different fonts. You can create the product with different colors. You can create the product in different sizes. You can put the product on different types of products. Like you can have it on a tote bag and a coffee mug and a t-shirt and a hat and some socks. It's like, okay. And by doing that, putting it on same design on different things or different colors of different design of the same design, different things, you have literally tested multiple products all at one time. And I love that, just creating the listing and putting it up. So the types of print on demand that you can, or the different methods of print on demand, whichever way you like to look at it. One is physical products. I mentioned before socks. That's a physical product. Okay. You could be a print on demand, or t-shirts. You could be a print on demand seller that is for t-shirts, and maybe you have an apparatus in your house where you're making the t-shirts yourself, or you're using one of the vendors and they are producing the t-shirts when people buy them. Okay. Physical products, same thing with socks, leggings, all that stuff. Printable products like print sheets. So this past summer, my son did printable products, everything from the alphabet. So alphabet cards, people can buy the printable product for an extremely low price. They can print it out and use it for whatever they want. So you got parents that are homeschool teachers themselves and doing flashcards with letters and numbers and shapes, all of that stuff. Printable products like journal pages and accounting pages, all of that. So you can design those and people can buy them from you on different platforms. And so if you didn't know, eBay actually has a printable section. And of course, Etsy has a printable section. And there's a few other platforms in which you can do printables. Now, Facebook Marketplace prefers that you use physical products. They're not interested in the printables. But again, those are all options. Then you have digital products that are in some form, like an online form that's a fillable form. So sometimes people have online planners that are fillable. They can keep track of stuff. And that's going to be a digital product. some training courses. This is a training course. It would be considered a digital product. Templates, and again, things that people are filling out, online forms. Just recently, I was talking to someone about life insurance, and they were talking about a will and having a printable form for parents with special needs kids that they fill out, so that if anything ever happens to them, someone can go and open that printable form to have an idea of what they wanted for that child. Now, of course, it's not a legal binding document. It does indicate their wishes and if they filled it out, but you want to have that reviewed by an attorney. But you can design all kinds of awesome products that are digital products that people can buy. And then books, calendars, and magazines. This is more of your KDPs or your Kindle books, things like that. Some of them, well, Kindle is not, it's an ebook, but physical books, KDP, Kindle Desktop Publishing, which is a physical book. Lulu produces physical books as well. So again, fiction, kid stories, books on dogs, books. I mean, I've seen people do all kinds of stuff, creating calendars every single year. Calendars are a big seller. And you creating a print on demand business where people can order oodles of calendars from you, magazines or print type books. Again, so these are the three main ways of doing print on demand. And in some cases, people are hand making them themselves. And other cases, they're using a vendor to be able to gain access to those products. So how do you get started? Well, one, you do have to decide which platform you want to sell on first. And maybe, just maybe for you, that's irrelevant. And that's the last thing that you want to think about. But if you're already selling on a platform, just go and check to confirm that that platform will allow you to sell your print on demand products. If you see other print on demand products on there, then more than likely, then you can. Or, if you're planning on doing printables or digital products, just confirm what is doable for the platforms in which you plan on selling. So the first thing is to do your keyword research. If you have an idea, if you have a concept, and you know what it is that you think you want to sell, or you just want to do some product research to see what's popular, then you can go and do some quick keyword research. One of the things that I love about the eCom planner, and if you didn't get one, I encourage you to get one, is that we put a whole section in the back of the planner for every day is a holiday. This is not your basic every day is a holiday type of calendar. This is all the dates in which, there's a combination of so many different options that are available to you on a specific day. So, February 14th is not just Valentine's Day, it's several other days as well. And just knowing that those other days exist. So there's National Knitting Day and National Butterflies Day and National Coffee Drinkers Day and National Blue Socks Day or National Left-Handed Day. Like there's just a lot of stuff. And so there's a bunch of different days, and know that there are people that care about some of those days. Otherwise, they wouldn't exist. Even if it is a small niche. If it is a small niche, I guarantee you most likely they are a loyal niche. So people who are left-handed, if they were to see a hat or a pair of socks or a shirt or a tote bag or something that's printable that's on a wall, or a whole book that's dedicated to left-handed people, there's going to be an interest there. Okay, because most people are right-handed, and so left-handed is a big deal, or those with red hair. So again, people with red hair is not like there's not a huge population. Most people have either black hair, brown hair, blonde hair, sandy blonde hair. Like you see a lot of that, but redheads, there's just not as many of them. And when you find them, you see them, they stand out. So having a niche that you focus on, creating t-shirts for people who are have red hair, or people, hats or ties or socks or things like that. There's going to be an interest in putting those online for people that have red hair so that they can buy those products. Know that there's an interest, and especially on National Red Hair Day. And there is a National Red Hair Day. Okay. So figure out the key words, the day, the activity, the event, the thing that people might be interested in. And there might be multiples. So Red Hair Day is one, and that is a specific niche, a specific focus. Now, what kind of products could I create or sell for National Redheads Day? Like, you can actually get a print-on-demand comb. I don't know if you know that, or barrettes and bows, print-on-demand bows, scarves, jackets, backpacks, just to focus on those people with red hair. And of course, they're going to walk around and wear it proudly, or they're going to use it, or maybe they have a phone case cover for redheads. So my point is, figure out the keywords and do a little bit of research on those keywords. Even you can use Google Trends and just do a little bit of research. See when people are most interested in red hair. So go to Google Trends and do that research. If you decide that you're going to focus on t-shirts or hats, then that's fine, whatever. So you're going to narrow it down to what is the niche of the products. And that's number 2. Then number 3 is go create your designs. Come up with your concept, your idea. And if you're going to sell on a website, you want to start getting your website ready. But if you're not, you're just going to sell them on a marketplace, and that's fantastic. You don't have to get your website ready. So you have to get your designs or create your designs. And know with print on demand, there's a bunch of sites out there that you can buy royalty-free clip art or designs and images where you don't have to worry about that there's a fee that you're going to have to pay, or that you're going to have to acknowledge the creator, the developer, or the designer of the specific product. So we'll get more into that in part 2. But again, just know that they exist. Then number 4 is to find your print-on-demand provider, if that's what you're going to do. If you're creating and design it yourself, then that's fantastic. But if you're not, again, figure out your print-on-demand provider that you want to go with. You're going to have to do a little bit of research, a little bit of reconnaissance. And again, if you're going after something specific, like think about print-on-demand jewelry for those that are parents that are redhead and they have children that have red hair. Like, what they could get a watch band with red hair, silhouettes, and it's all red. They could make jewelry, a ring, a necklace, a bracelet, all these things print on demand. So find your providers that can produce or generate the product that you're interested in superimposing this amazing design that you came up with. And here's the deal. Your design does not have to be complex. It can be as simple as it is. There's so many opportunities for simple designs out there. So we'll look at a couple of those in just a minute. And then you want to create your listing on whatever marketplace you're going to sell on, or promote your store. Now, there's a bunch of different stores that you could choose. You could do a Shopify store, a Wix store, a Weebly store, WooCommerce, BigCommerce. Like, you can do a store if you want to, or you can sell those amazing print-on-demand products on a specific marketplace, existing platform. That's always an option. So know what you can do, what you can sell on the different platforms that are available out there, and decide which approach you want to take. The one thing you do have to keep in mind is if you decide that you're going to go with a storefront, whatever, then you're going to have to be prepared to drive some traffic. Whereas some of the platforms already have organic traffic, you might have some competition, but they already have organic traffic. So what I would do if I were you, if I knew that National Redhead Day was coming up, I don't know which day it is, but let's just say that it's coming up April the 17th. So if it's coming up April the 17th, me as a print-on-demand seller, I'm going to go ahead and work on those designs now, because I always want to work 3 months in advance or a quarter in advance. So I'm going to focus on everything that people might be buying or looking for or searching for or interested in or passionate about. I'm going to be working on that artwork or the designs in January or in first quarter for second quarter. So in first quarter, I'm going to create those designs. I'm going to list them. I'm going to do that work and make them available on the different platforms that I happen to be selling on now, so that I can start gaining traction and traffic, because people want to showcase that product, their watch band for redheads, or their baseball cap, or their backpack. They want to showcase that on National Redheads Day. So they're not waiting until April the 17th to buy it. They're buying it before April the 17th. So your job is to create the design maybe 12 weeks in advance and get that bad boy listed on a platform at least 10 to 8 weeks in advance, if not 12 weeks in advance. So don't wait. Okay. So what are some of the print on demand ideas that you could come up with that might help you, to kind of grasp what products and what's available? We're going to look at a couple of things in a minute, but socks, throw pillows, leggings, wall arts, bath towels, coffee mugs, stickers, tote bags, baseball caps, or visors. Some people wear visors. The summer is coming and spring break is coming up too. Water bottles, puzzles, jewelry, scarves, planners, shoes, blankets, pictures, wrapping paper, device covers like your laptop or your Chromebook or whatever, your phone case covers, t-shirts, embroidered t-shirts. I think I have backpacks twice. I feel like maybe, but in any case, this is not all of the products. This is just some of the products. There is a plethora of products that are available. If there is something that you're using, including things in your kitchen, there is a print-on-demand supplier for it. So your job is to sign up with those suppliers or to find out who they are and create an account so that you can sell that product, especially if it's a unique product, if it's extremely unique. Okay. Some printable ideas. So blank sheets to go like into a notebook, spiral notebook. I know that when I was, still recovering from COVID, there was just a lot of stuff that my doctor told me they wanted me to keep track of. And so I had a little notebook, and then I run out of space. And so, you could buy those single sheets, put them into a binder, because if it's going to be a long journey, you want to keep track of that stuff. You can do printable affirmations. So like I said, this past summer, my son, we did people. So we did people like in positions like for kindergartners or preschoolers, like a doctor, a nurse, a construction worker, a police officer, a fireman, a different types, a baker, so that the outfit that the person was wearing in these cards that we made, the kids could figure out who it is. And then on the backside was what they were. So it's intended to be sort of like a flashcard. And so we did people, and then we did jobs, and we did, I don't think we did countries. I feel like we did. But my point is, we did objects, we did shapes, circles, triangles, squares, rectangles, octagons, like all of that stuff. We did numbers, we did colors, we did all kinds of stuff, because those are simple. And if you go look on Etsy, you can see the different types of flashcards or cards that could be available. Another person that was in a class that we did this past summer was doing pets or different types of dogs, which is a good one. Another one was doing recipe cards for smoothies. So my point is, you could do printables for almost any number of things. Educational material, especially for those people who are, homeschoolers. There's a lot of educational material that they print off. So sometimes they're going on sites like Etsy and eBay to buy those printable materials. They're also going to sites that they know, like the homeschool network kind of promotes and advertises to get that stuff. And so your goal, your objective would be to try and get your products onto those sites as well. Quote cards, affirmation cards, especially at the beginning of the year, inspirational Bible scriptures. I know someone, Nicole Cooper, she just recently created a product that was in a bundle, and and that product was scripture cards, which was fantastic. I loved it. And hold on, they're going to the wrong place. Another guys, I'm sorry. Evidently, this was a popular class. in the email. Class and the group. All right. Hopefully, I don't know. Today is that day. So in any case, identification cards. Identification cards are a huge deal for those who are who have parents that have dementia or that might get lost, or important materials or important summary information. You definitely want to make sure that you know, that you have that information somewhere, and you might put that in a binder. Instructional cards, like I'm working on instructional cards for my son in the kitchen, which is a huge deal. And it's a printable thing that I know that other families who have special needs adults or children, or those who are slightly impaired, who might need picture directions and instructions for things, visual instructions, you have those handy in the kitchen. So I'm coming up with a boatload of products this summer, well, not this summer, but before the summer. And they're all centered around instructional stuff to help those who have children that are special needs. You know, music pages, sometimes people just want those blank note pages, and so that they can write the notes in if they're teaching a specific class or coming up with their own ideas. Coloring pages for kids. There's a lot of you know, activities that kids might do, and there's a lot of people who will make coloring pages just for kids to do, or adults. Adult coloring books are a huge deal. Signs, accounting pages, tip cards. So different tips. There's, you know, I know that we have all heard or seen the hacks, different types of hacks. So, you know, hacks for stopping a crack in a window, and a hack for I don't know, covering up a plug, or repairing getting a light stuck out of a ceiling fan. Like, there's a bunch of different hacks, and so you can create all of these tip hack cards that are printables. Now I will tell you, some of the printables don't make you a lot of money. Stickers do. Stickers make a lot of money because people buy a lot of stickers, but some of them don't make as much money, and that's okay. If you are wanting to, you know, just put out volume. So it's something that lives forever. It exists forever, and you never have to create it again. If you want to update it, you can update it, but you never have to create it again. So that's what I do like about printables. So if you were to work on 5 printables a day or 10 printables a day and then throw them up, again, volume over time, you will start to make a lot of money. But again, they are low cost, meaning low purchase cost, and they require you to use different tools to get going. The next one is digital or books. So planners, definitely you can produce a planner. You can do ebooks. There's so many different ebooks opportunities right now, especially with like Chat GPT, which is crazy. Coloring books, I mentioned that before. Photo books, puzzle books, journal books, journal for those who want to journal, different types of training books, how-to books. So how to garden, how to, I don't know, I just dealt with how to boil eggs. I already know how to boil eggs. I've known for years. I'm trying to teach my son not to drop them from the ceiling into the pan or into the boiling water, but that's a whole different discussion. But my point is, how to. Cookbooks are a big one. So if your family has an amazing cookbook that you've had for years, like turning it into a product that other people can buy, again, you get to design the cover. You get to include the contents on the inside. Training templates, different types of workbooks, fiction books, you know, different people will write novels, wall calendars, desktop calendars. There's different sites that you can do that. Training courses, fillable documents, so things that you can fill in. They're like pages and there's sections that you can fill in so that someone will know, you know, what it is that you need them to know. or you will have a template. So an example would be, I am currently I'm working with my kids on a lot of stuff. And one of them is my son applied for a job and he was just not getting it. He was like, well, I don't understand why this is on a computer. Why can't I just fill out a piece of paper? And I'm like, well, we're going digital. So you have to be able to fill it out online. And they were asking a bunch of different questions. So for me, I could take those questions and put it into a document outline that says, these are common questions that they will ask you when you're applying for these types of jobs, and saving, and then he could go through a book and say, what kind of job am I applying for? Am I applying for a grocery store job? Am I applying for a restaurant job? Am I applying for a department store job? Am I applying for a desk job? And then these are common questions that you might get asked, so that way he knows how to hopefully fill in the application. But again, I have 2 kids that are on the spectrum. It's not the same for me as it is for other people. In addition to that, low content books. So low content books. But there's a lot of people who are selling low content books where they're just blank pages and they're just making the design on the outside. So another opportunity to produce a product. One of the things I did want to point out, like puzzles are a huge opportunity, especially as you get closer to the summer and things for the kids to do. When you think about the different things that kids might be interested in, whether it is dinosaurs or cars or trucks or things like that, like making your own puzzle, or if you wanted to do one of your family, like you can make a puzzle almost out of anything. And that is a print on demand opportunity. Again, making a toy. It's not really a toy, but something for the kids to do, especially this summer. So suppliers, who would you work with to like create, or vendors, who would you work with to create some of these designs, these products designs that you're going to be putting onto products? The different people that you might work with, or that you might actually create an account with, some of them are well known and some of them are not as well known. So Printful is a great vendor. We're going to go look at them in just a second. Guten, Printify, Printora, Ink Threadable, Redbubble, Sunfrog, Gear Bubbles, T-Launch, Teespring. All of those are suppliers or vendors that will actually print your design onto whatever product you decide. Now, a significant number of them are focused 100% on t-shirts, hoodies, that kind of stuff. But there are some that actually do other types of products in there as well. You also could establish a Merch by Amazon account to do print on demand. Again, they have a specific set of products in which you can print your designs on. And in addition to that, Amazon has KDP. So the book version of Amazon is KDP. The print on demand version of Amazon is Merch. With Merch, again, you got to get approved. And then once you get approved, you have limits. And then after a certain period, they'll increase your limits depending on how well your products are selling and things like that. So, then you also have the opportunity to work with local suppliers and local vendors. That is one of the things that I'm actually looking into right now, which is working with local print-on-demand suppliers for my books and journals, because I can possibly get them much faster and get them in the hands of my customers much faster. Zazzle and Redbubble and a couple of other sites that are listed here will actually let you put your design up. And if somebody takes your design and they take your design and they use it, you can get a commission or a royalty fee for that, or referral fee for that. So that's a wonderful thing. They can take your design and maybe expand on it. And so you get paid for that work. And there are people that just put up designs all day long and they just get paid because others are using their designs. Now, over on the left side, or depending on which way you look at the screen, right side, you have some of the tools in which you can use to create some of these designs. So you have Adobe Spark. Adobe has a lot of different products that you can use to create products or create designs or stuff like that. In addition to that, hold on. In addition to that, Canva is one of my favorites. I use Canva all the time. And so Canva is one of my favorites, and I would encourage you, if you don't have a Canva account, to definitely get a Canva account. because Canva is a great platform to be able to sell on. And so I'm not selling on, sorry, create designs on, and you can actually, they'll actually let you superimpose your designs onto products that they have available. So yes, you can do designs on there, sell products on there. PicMonkey, BeFunky, you can also design things. Some of the other websites in which you can get other designs to help you with your products. Creative Market is one of them. Snappa, Stencil, there's some products that are designs that are on there that you can buy. So if you want to add them to your product, we can take a look at that. Then if you're looking for designers or somebody to help you with designs, you can work with Upwork, Fiverr, all of those websites or those platforms. You can find someone to help you if you feel like, okay, I can't create a design. I'm just mentally blocked right now. And so I can't create a design. You can use them to help you to create designs. You can also hire a VA to help develop designs. So all of those are, again, opportunities for you to be able to get going and get started. And this is not all of them. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so many different ways you can get going in print on demand. So as part of your print on demand, the thing that you have to keep in mind is you are going to have to do some product research and some keyword research. You need to figure out what it is you think you want to sell, what niche do you want to go into. I think one of the easiest ones to take advantage of is the using the Every Day is a Holiday, because we just give you ideas in the back of the eCom planner. You have pages and pages and pages and pages and pages of ideas. So you never run out of ideas. You could just focus 100% on Every Day is a Holiday, create 5 different designs with 20 different products, every single for, different holidays for every day is a holiday, and just list those things and make that what your store is about and use that to make money, because your audience will find you and cross-list those products on the other platforms. But you got to do some product research and keyword research. See what the demand is, see what the interest is, go do some searches on Google Trends. There's different keyword tools. One of them is eRank, and that one is definitely used a lot on Etsy. So again, there's different tools that you can use to help you to do that level of product research. And we're going to do a product research exercise tomorrow, or the next session. In addition to that, how to create or optimize a listing. So you got to learn how to do that, how to create that listing or how to optimize it. One of the easiest ways to do that is you can go and compare and look at what your competition has created so that you can get some inspiration, some ideas. Okay. In addition to that, if you're setting up a store, like you're doing Etsy store or eBay store, you want to make sure that your sections of your store make sense for the product that you happen to be selling. If you're going to do your own, Shopify store or Wix or Weebly, you can definitely go and, figure out what your competition is doing, look at other types of stores that are going to be similar to yours, get an idea of the look and feel and the different sections that they've added to the store so that you can decide if that's how you want to design yours. And then in addition to that, if you're going to do digital products, or if you're going to, and this is if you're going to sell digital products on Etsy, it's great because they're auto-fulfilled. Printables and digital products on Etsy will auto-fulfill, meaning as soon as a person buys it, they automatically receive the product and you don't have to do anything. If you are setting up an integration with Etsy or with eBay with like Printful or Printify, when somebody buys it, it's auto-fulfilled, so you don't have to do anything. Make sure that when you get ready to create your listings, make sure you add tags as well. That's an extremely important thing. When you go through the process of getting ready to develop or create your listing and your product, again, go do a little bit of research, do a little reconnaissance to figure out what people are looking for and the types of products that they might be interested in. And use social signals, share your listings on different platforms. Share them onto Facebook, share them on Instagram. Instagram loves pictures, Pinterest loves pictures. Share them, even create a TikTok of some of your products, but you can do stills and turn it into a video. That will help you to generate some organic traffic. And once you get going on print on demand, Make sure you follow up to make sure that your orders are going out. If you're using a vendor that's actually fulfilling the orders for you, make sure you double check that, and make sure that you are addressing or handling or providing customer service to your customers. All right. So I am so sorry for all the interruptions that we've had tonight. There was a lot of people messaging me. All right. So now what I want to point out is some of the things that people don't think about when they are doing print on demand. So not buying from reputable sellers or vendors. If you're going to get a design from someone, make sure that it is a well-known site or a well-known supplier, or if you're going to have somebody print on a design onto one of their products, that it's well-known. If it's just a mom and pop that just started the business, I would not use that suppliers. Not talking to your suppliers, especially if it's a hot product that you're going to have a lot of demand for, you should always have a backup plan, but you should always follow up to check in with your supplier if they're running out of something. So I think one of the things that happened over the summer is that there was a certain quality of t-shirt that ran out with a couple of suppliers and they couldn't get it. And so, you know, one of these vendors didn't really let their sellers know. And so there's like a bunch of back orders, and then the seller is getting messages from the buyers, and the buyers are going, "Where's my shirt?" So creates a challenge. And with print on demand, if you're using vendors, there's already going to be a buffer of anywhere from 5 to 7 days before that order is fulfilled, which is another discussion for another time. But my point is, again, you have to make sure that you're either staying on top of any communication from the supplier. And if you notice that something is not happening, you need to reach out to your vendors or your suppliers to find out what's going on. Then the next thing is generating a general store. If you're going to create a Shopify store or Wix store, like, you need to niche down. If you want to sell t-shirts, t-shirts is a niche. If you want to focus on the specific types of t-shirts, that's even better. But just doing a general store and selling a variety of different products, if you niche down on dogs, or you niche down on red hair, or if you niche down on, you know, babies, or if you niche down on people who love to do Pilates, like, you're going to have a better chance of resonating with that audience. If you niche down on bridesmaids, then you're, again, things like that. So just make sure that you've chosen a niche. The next one is going after bestsellers. Again, I've seen so many different sellers that will just copy somebody else's stuff and then they just want to list it on their store. And you should never do that. First of all, you need to create your own version or be inspired by them and create your own product. But second, if you just go 100% after bestsellers, then you're missing out on opportunity. Now, could you take a bestseller and put it in your niche, meaning create your own version and be specific about that niche? Yeah, if you see that, you know, phone cases that have glitter and gel on them are selling like crazy, find a supplier that's doing those and then create a design on them that's specific to your niche. Because again, there's an audience for it. There's an audience for everything. When we talk about a niche, think about who you are and what you do. So when I think about who I am and what I do, I'm a Black lady. So there's a niche for products for Black women. I have gray hair. So that's another niche. Women who have gray hair, or just people who have gray hair, or Black women who have gray hair, if I want to niche down. I am over 50. So again, those that are over 50 have gray hair and are women, Black women. And then I also have high schoolers. So I still have kids in school. So I have kids in school, maybe single parents. Maybe you want to niche down on single parents. There's so many different niches. So think through that and then figure out how you can take a bestseller and use that to your advantage based on your niche. And then not focusing on repeat customers. If you have somebody buy from you once, there's a high probability they will buy from you again. So make sure you're giving those people who are buying from you something a little special. Maybe sending them a special email, maybe sending them a special thank you card after the fact, for the platforms that will let you have that information and without having a problem. So again, do something extra for them. Maybe do a promotion to allow them an additional discount, give them a referral or something like that. So different things to help you to drive more traffic to your store and to get repeat customers. Because again, if they're interested in your niche, they're probably going to come back and buy more products from you. All right. So some other things to keep in mind, if you are going to create variations, the maximum number of variation colors I would recommend for any print on demand product is no more than 5. That is the maximum that I would recommend. And you guys would not believe the number of messages that I have today. Anyway, make sure that you check with your print on demand supplier for selling internationally. That's a quick and easy way to expand your business and to expand your audience, is to sell internationally. So sell your products internationally. And you do need to know from an administrative standpoint, what is the impact to your business selling internationally? Make sure that you have a credit card and money set aside, because again, with this business, you are going to have to spend a little bit of money. So keep yourself in business, at least set aside money to cover your expenses for the next 3 months, so that way you can just create. Don't get into trouble with copyrights. And we'll talk about copyrights in part 2, and check, for written phrases that might be trademarked. Don't get yourself in trouble with trademark phrases, because again, if it's something that's in a script, a TV show, a movie, a song, you know that these guys are all part of some union somewhere or some group, and they are like, those are my words that you put on that t-shirt, or those are my words that you put, from my song onto your, I don't know, backpack or whatever it happens to be. So don't get in trouble with that. Have lifestyle images of your products. So the one thing that you do want to make sure is that some of the platforms, if you're going to use them to produce your print on demand products, they have some lifestyle images. But there's some other sites like Place It, another one of those subscriptions that I encourage you to get, where you can actually use them for mock-ups. So we're going to talk about those, but again, you can use Place It for that. And don't just opt for selling t-shirts. Definitely don't do that. Check to see if your design can be printed on other products, which is what I've already mentioned before. Add some scarcity to your product. So make it not available in every product. So maybe you have a t-shirt that you're doing a black one and a red one and a yellow one and a white one, and you're only having a limit because you want to rotate in the next design. If it's a bestseller, I wouldn't necessarily limit that. But again, some strategies so that way people will have a sense of urgency in buying the product. Check to see if the niche is banned on Facebook. Yeah. Believe it or not, there are some things that are banned on Facebook, and there are some things that are not. Facebook is really fickle. And then get honest feedback from a friend or family member. If you create a design, let somebody else see it, so that way you have the opportunity to get their feedback and see if they like the design or not. So as you're going through this journey, and again, you won't remember all this, so I would encourage you to come back and listen to the replay. Also, we're going to have to edit this, so I'll probably take down the video so we can edit it, upload the correct one. But it will also be in your membership back office, so you can log into your back office. Use your print on demand business to test your product ideas. Do different samples, as I said before. You can monetize any audience that you've built. So again, if you've built an audience, so I have an audience of Ted Lasso fans. Ted Lasso is the TV show. And so there's different print on demand products that I can do, and several that I can't. Like, I just can't blatantly take the designs that they have, but I can do different likenesses. Like, I can create a print on demand design with a big mustache on it and use their colors, and it will have a Ted Lasso type look and feel, because the mustache is not trademarked or copyright. So again, likeness, and that audience is definitely interested in Ted Lasso types of products. Create original products for a niche, for sure. Definitely make sure they're original, easy one-off items, and sell with your photos online. Make sure that you have good images. So using the website that you're starting with, and if you're using a vendor to print your products, and also using sites like Place It can help you. So let's go look real quick. And again, I'm sorry for all the 9,000 interruptions that we had earlier. Let me see if I can. We're going to go over to I'm going to show you a couple of things if I can move this around. Okay. So when I go to Printify, I can click on the catalog. And when I say there are different types of products that you can use to sell, different types of products you can sell your designs on, you have here, of course, t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, long sleeve shirts, tank tops, dresses, skirts, sportswear, bottoms, swimwear, shoes, baby clothing, bags, face masks, socks, underwear, hats, baby accessories, mouse pads, pets, kitchen accessories, car accessories, tech accessories, travel accessories, stationery. Like, it's bananas what you can sell: mugs, bottles, canvases, posters, postcards, ornaments, journals and notebooks, magnets and stickers, home decor, bathroom, towel, blankets, pillow, covers, games. Like, you have all of these choices. And so this is a print on demand supplier that has a lot of options available. So if I wanted to go see what's available under rugs and mats, I can go to rugs and mats. And of course, it's just a plain white thing. Your job is to put a design on it. So they've got a circle type of rug. They've got a floor mat. They've got a rubber yoga mat. So this is like the rollout mat. They've got a heavy duty floor mat. So if I click on this yoga mat, again, some of you probably never thought about, if you currently exercise and you do yoga, then you know what the yoga audience is interested in. So that's why I said, think about yourself. You already know what they're interested in. So then if I look at this yoga mat, see how they've taken whatever design that they've created and it's on a yoga mat. Okay. So it starts off with just a blank canvas, and you upload your design to Printify and it gets superimposed onto this yoga mat. Okay. So your design would go here. And again, some of you probably never thought about that before. Towels, home decor. So let's go see what's under home decor. So we've got probably soy candles. Yep. We have jewelry boxes, balloons. We've got banners. This would be a good one for the springtime because people are going to be putting those things in their yards. Ceramic tile. Had you thought about ceramic tile? Probably not. A gallery board for a stand again. So if I click on that, if I wanted to see what this might look like, let me just see if there's one already. Okay, so this is what someone created. And of course, it wouldn't exist if people weren't looking for it. So again, it's designed for people to showcase whatever the board is that's been created. Okay. So you put your designs, you list it on a platform. You have clocks, people designing clocks. You probably hadn't thought about that. Okay. So there's a lot of opportunities for clocks. This one has got that, click thing, whatever. But again, just think about, so for me, clocks, I will do a puzzle piece because that's a symbol of autism, and I will sell puzzle piece clocks because it is something that, again, the autism community might be interested in. Okay. You've got a lamp. Had you thought about a lamp? Anybody thought about a lamp? So again, different designs for a lamp. Look at that. Different designs for a lamp. You can sell lamps. So if you're struggling with what products can I sell, some of these sites have a lot of options available to them. And then the last one I'm going to look at is kitchen. Well, we can go look at car, but we'll look at kitchen. So as I look at kitchen, I've got food storage, insulated food storage. We've got tablecloths. We've got placemats, always fun for the summertime for kiddos. I've got coasters, a bento box. Look at that. Oven glove, oven mitt. We've got a real acrylic serving tray, a table runner, Keep going. Cutting board, cork board, another bento box, oven mitts. Oven mitts? Interesting. Enamel bowl, napkins, an apron, another apron, a pot holder. We can go to page 2, a tea towel, more aprons, a bottle opener, a lunch bag, another bento box. That seems to be a popular thing, a lunch pail. Anybody ever thought about designing a lunch pail? What about a lunch pail and a backpack? Have you thought about that? Again, something to think about. Sorry, I was not expecting my phones to go off because there was an abduction. But my point is, there's lots of opportunities for you. If you look into the print on demand business, you'll see that there's different opportunities. Now, these are just using vendors. Some people are extremely creative and they make their own products, and that's fantastic. So they make their own t-shirts and things like that. But again, figure out a niche and then go after that niche. So everything is going off. All right, there we go. So if the niche is going to be red hair, then you can create a lunch pail with red hair images on them. And you can create a, so I'm thinking of, for whatever reason, Prince Harry is on my brain today because red hair came to my head, in my mind. And so I think about red hair. So you got little kids with red hair and then parents with red hair. Like, what if you did a silhouette where it's a mom and a dad and 2 kids, a girl and a boy, a little girl and a little boy silhouette that have red hair? What can you put that on? So many different things that you can put that on. So what types of designs and where would I go to create designs? Etsy is a great place to get inspiration. So is Pinterest, but Etsy is a great place to get inspiration. So if I do, let's see, oven mitts is one of the things that we looked at. So we looked at oven mitts and pot holder. Probably should have, let me just, oven mitt, pot holders. All right. So pets, you see customized. So it's customized to have a picture of a pet on it. This one looks like it's either embroidered or maybe it is, you know, printed on there. Here's a set. So somebody got smart and put the 2 together. You've got different types of things that people are going to be interested in. So customized for pets, people send a picture of their dog and then they can have their dog on their oven mitts. I don't know about that, but then you can also personalize it. Here's some more personalization. They've got these pictures up here, which again are people's pets or their kids or things that they might be interested in. And here's the deal. This one is a bestseller. Believe it or not, that's a bestseller. People are interested in that. This one is a bestseller. It's a whole set. As we continue to go down the list, these are all things that you can make. And these are all things that you can make. So in any case, I hope like this, and here's the deal. You can get the design directly from the customer if you want to personalize it. Some of these are very simple and you can just get those images directly from the tool that you're using. So in this example, this is just a bunch of dots. There's nothing exciting about that. This is a bunch of flowers just placed over a color. So if you find a good flower pattern, you put a color behind it and now you've got a whole design there. There's nothing extravagant about that. This one is a little more involved than that other one, but the other one was just straight repetition. Somebody's already put out the Valentine's Day stuff, okay? Which is good. I should have focused on that. Right. This one is a little more involved. This one is not so much, like they just created variations of the same thing. So my point is that, again, once you find a product that you think you want to sell and you want to stay in that niche, you want to focus on that niche, then the next thing that you can do is 100% go after it with everything that you've got. Create different versions, different variations, load them up. Because another great thing about print on demand is that, again, you create it, it exists until you take it down. Some platforms will take it down for you, but it exists out in the universe. You can always put it back up, but it exists until you take it down. So if you want to focus on dogs for like a quarter, focus on dogs and everything that you want to produce that's dog related. If you want to focus on kids, if you want to focus on sports, if you want to focus on whatever it happens to be, if you want to focus on cooking, if you want to focus on TV shows, like whatever it is that you want it to be. All right. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you use it to help you on your print on demand journey. And we are going to cover part 2 as we get into physical products, KDP, and printables and downloadables. So with that, my name is Nicole Whitlock. This is the eCom Sellers Academy Print on Demand Workshop, and we hope you tune in next week for another session. We are going to say goodbye for now, guys. Bye.